Happy Monday, musicians! I hope you enjoyed the beautiful weather this weekend. We got out for lots of family walks, and I hope you were able to enjoy your backyards, your front porches, and your neighborhood this weekend. Today we are working on a page called Sight Reading in Major Keys, and you can look at the comments below this video in order to print your own copy. In order to sight read in a new key, the first thing you really have to do is notice the key signature. The key signature is a little list of sharps or flats at the beginning of the musical step, at the beginning of the line. And sometimes you might see a blank key signature, sometimes you might see a collection of sharps, and sometimes you'll see a collection of flats. Now the sharps and the flats, they always come up in a certain order, and when you recognize the pattern, you'll know what key you're in. And it helps if you then know how to play the scale that relates to that key. So grab your instruments, and let's start by reviewing the key signatures and the scales that belong to them. So C major is our favorite key as all musicians because it means no sharps and no flats. When you play this scale on a violin, viola, or cello, you have to remember that means F naturals and C naturals though, not sharp on violin and viola, and not third finger for cello. So let's start by playing a C major scale. G major is an easy key on violin, viola, and cello. It's one of the first scales we all learned how to play because you can just start on open G. And for violin and viola, your finger pattern is 0, 1, sharp 2, 3, 0, 1, sharp 2, 3. And for cello, 0, 1, 3, 4, 0, 1, 3, 4. And when we recognize a G major on a page, we'll see that there's one sharp, and that sharp is F sharp. We feel two sharp fingers because B, played on the G string with a wide 2, is actually just called B natural, even though we feel it as a stretch. Let's try playing a G scale, starting on open G. 1, 2. Another very common scale that we've all played many times is D major. On the page, D major will have two sharps listed, F sharp and C sharp. Let's play it beginning on open D. 1, 2. When you see three sharps in a key signature, that's A major. And you could start on open A if you're a violinist and just follow the same fingering we just did for the G scale and the D scale. But let's do a slightly harder version. We're going to play the A scale that starts on your first finger A on the G string. For violin and viola, your fingering is 1, sharp 2, sharp 3, and 4 to reach that C sharp, sharp 3. 1, sharp 2, sharp 3, and 4. And for cellos, you're going to go 1, extended 2 to the third sticker, extended 4 past your fourth sticker, open, 1, extended 2, extended 4, open. Let's play an A major scale, beginning on low A. 1, 2. Some scales and keys have flats in them. The first flat is B flat, most common flat, and the scale that belongs to that key signature of one single B flat is called F major. Let's start on an F major on the D string for violin, but let's start on an F on the C string for cellists and violists. So cello, you will start on fourth finger on the C string, violist, fourth finger on the G string, C string, and violinist second on D. 1, 2. F, G, A, now B flat, C, D, E, and F natural. So violinists, we felt two flat ones, B flat and F natural. That tends to confuse people. They think this note's called F flat, It's just called F natural. And for cellists, you had low 2s to create your B flat and your F natural. And let's do one more flat scale. This is the key of E flat major, and no, B flat major, and it has 2 flats, B flat and E flat. And we will all start on our B flat on the G string. 1, 2. If you struggled with any of those scales, your first step is to go make sure you understand how to play just by sound and by feel all of those different scales. For everybody, your next step is to put down your instrument, take out your pencil, and for each example, don't worry about the notes yet, just look at the key signature. And then over here it says, name that key. So if it has 3 sharps, what key was that? Which scale did we use? If it has 1 sharp, which scale did we use? And then it says, list the sharps and flats. This is where I would write, it has 3 sharps, but they are F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp, not just 3 sharps. How did I know it's F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp? Just look carefully at the sharp or the flat. You can tell which line or which space it's in, just like you can with notes. Look at the belly of the sharp or the flat. And then try to play each of these little melodies. They're not hard to play as long as you have the right key signature. I'm going to play the first one, and to help you out, yes, it's C major, and no, there's no sharps or flats, but I like to think that means F natural and C natural. So personally, I would write that round minder beside the line, F natural and C natural, or hug 2s. 1, 2. Could you read and play it right away? Or did you struggle with the rhythm or play a wrong note? Don't mark in any answers. The purpose of this page is to work on your reading skills. Try the line again instead. 1, 2. For the next line with the 3 sharps, which key is that? Which scale did we have that had 3 sharps? If you guessed A major, good job. And the 3 sharps are F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Let's try playing the melody. 1, 2. Try it again. Did you get the G sharp, that big stretchy 3 for violin and viola, or 4 for cellists? 1, 2. See if you can do the rest of the page on your own. Take your time. This is not a quick study assignment. It does take some practice. You may choose to do just a couple examples each day if this is a hard one for you. See you soon.